course, your picture does not have to be perfect. If you'll just get the basic idea.
But it's definitely not perfect.
Does that period say 2 pi?
2 pi divided by b.
That period says flop.
Sorry. I didn't know it was going to move quite that fast. We're just trying to scoot it a little bit. Okay. Okay, while you're still kind of sketching, I'm going to talk you through this one. I have no idea why it didn't list these in order, but it didn't. Except for the fact that I told you the other day, the most critical thing that you can find, especially in a sine wave, is that central axis. So they list it first. D equals, in this case, -1. And they list both of the vertical values beside each other, which unlike the other one that we were just doing where your A and your B were separated and your B and your C were together, this has your 2 vertical values at the front and your 2 horizontal values come next. That's the only reason I can come up with why they didn't put them in alphabetical order. But they didn't. So, but you just have to go through and label. D is -1, A is 3, C 0, B is 2, and your period you find by 2 pi divided by b. So 2 pi divided by 2, which will make my period in this case pi. What that means is this sine wave is going to complete an entire cycle by pi. So it's going to go from its starting point, remember it's the snow cone. It starts in the middle, it goes up like snow, comes down, makes a valley, and comes right back to the central axis. Okay, so for a sine wave, what we really want to find, at least I think, making it easy to graph, are these 3 points right here. If I can find those 3 points, then all I have to do is count up my amplitude and down and draw the wave. That's it. So instead of finding all 5 critical points like we did before, I'm just going to find these 3. And I'm going to use the formulas at the top to do it. So you're going to read this kind of like a map, you know, where you've got A's, A, B, C on the bottom and 1, 2, 3 on the side. And when I need to meet at a location, I go to A3 or whatever. In this case, I need this dot, so I need these 2 values, because that's what would meet here. So I need y equals d, so y equals -1. And this one comes from right here, x equals c, so that would be 0. So that first point is going to, I guess I can put x. So that first point is going to be the point 0, -1. Now, if I want to find that middle dot, I need this value and this value. Well, this center value comes from this formula, C plus half P. So C is 0, half of P would be half pi. So this is going to be the point half pi. So x is half pi, y is -1. And then that last one over there, if I want this dot right here, I have to go here and here. So I need this. It's just C plus P. So x is going to equal pi. So I got the point pi -1. Is everybody okay? Where'd I lose you? Why am I getting what? Because the formula says y equals d, and d is -1. Are you okay?
It's already on this.
Okay. What? Ask me again, because maybe I didn't understand the question.
I thought we were doing y equals c.
That's x. X equals c, and y equals d. Okay, so now what you just found, is the central axis. Okay, so now all I need to go halfway between should be a peak, and halfway between these 2 points should be a valley. So halfway between these 2 points is right here on this grid line. And my amplitude, that's how far up from the middle you go, is 3. So all I have to do is count from that middle line up 1, 2, 3. And this middle line, 1, 2, 3. And now I can just draw my wave. And I could keep going. If I wanted to keep going, I have enough information now that I don't even have to plot anymore. I don't even have to come up with any more actual ordered pairs. I can just go, okay, well my central dots are 2 spaces apart. So 1, 2, there will be another one. 1, 2, there will be another one. This one has to be a peak, so it'll be up 3. This one has to be a valley, so it's down 3. And so on and so forth. Everybody's sort of, kind of okay? Okay, so you start and try the next one.
Is that Mr. Phillips's jacket?
That is Mr. Phillips's knickers.
Oh.
That there.
That's Mr. Phillips.
This is somebody's shirt.
Where's my shirt?
Mm-hmm.
You just go last.
2 pi over b.
How do you figure out?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick my review. No, these are one.
All of this work?
Right there.
See, did you say kind of? I was like, you can't do that.
Is that the I?
Is pi is 2 pi over. So it's 2 times p period. And period is 2 pi over.
So there's just 2 pi over 1, so b is 2 pi?
Yeah.
Okay. Say that or? Yeah.
Where do you see that from?
Top above the pictures. It's not printed on our page. It didn't put it on our page. But right next to period it says p equals 2 pi. So we use
5. Okay, right.
Okay. I got D is 5, A is 3, C is negative pi over 4. But because it's group of X, it does the backwards thing. So in order to keep myself straight, so I don't mess myself up, I am going to make it just pi over 4 up here. Because this should be, it's minus pi over 4, which means this should be shifting right, which is addition. So I'm going to erase the negative just to keep myself straight. My B value is 1. To find your period, that's 2 pi over B. So 2 pi over 1 is 2 pi. So even though lots of things are happening to this sine wave, it is still going to complete a period in a 2 pi length of distance. So it's going to be shifted slightly, but it'll still take 2 pi to complete. Okay, so this is a sine wave. So if I'm looking for a sine wave, these 3 critical points are the most important ones. So this down here is x equals c. So that'll be x equals pi over 4. This is y equals d, so y equals 5. So my first point is the point pi over 4, 5. I don't know why they counted by even numbers on this thing and didn't give you grid lines, but they didn't. So it's right between 4 and 6. Then that middle line right here, the formula tells me c plus half P. So my C is pi over 4. Half my period would be 1 pi. So 1 pi is how many quarters? 4 plus a quarter, 5 pi over 4. So there's my 1 pi plus a quarter. The last one is C plus a whole period. So C is a quarter, a whole period is 2. How many quarters are in 2 pies? 8, so you add 1 to it. So it's going to be 9 pi over 4.
I've come to remember.
So that's your central line. If it helps you, you can dot that in. And all you need to know from there is to be able to count your amplitude up and down. So I just need to find the exact middle. That'd be right here. My amplitude is 3. Now remember, it's scaling by 2s. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3. This will be down. 1, 2, 3. And so on and so forth. How did we do?
I did well. I got everything except forgot that they were saying that too.
Oh, yeah.
That's what.
I don't know why they did that. They could have just as easily scaled by 1s on this. I don't know why they did. Maybe to make you pay attention. I don't know. Okay, let's look at the next one because the next one is cosine. And the only difference is instead of it giving you the 3 center lines, it gives you peak, valley, peak. As long as you know that's what you're getting, I think you'll be just fine. All right, so on this one, my D value is 2. A value is 4. C value minus pi, but so I don't confuse myself, because I know I need to really be adding pi, I'm going to put pi. My B is 1/2. All right, don't let this throw you off. Period is 2 pi divided by B. 2 pi over 1/2. 4 pi. Because you have to keep, switch it to multiplication and flip it over. That makes it 4 pi. Okay. So this time, because this is cosine, I start with a peak, I have a valley, and I need a peak. All right, so now I need this box, which is y equals D plus A. So D plus A would make this y equals 6. This is still the same, x equals c, so x equals pi. I need this valley down here. This value is D minus A. So this would be y equals -2. This center point we find from C plus 1/2 of the period. So C is pi. Half of your period would be 2 pi. So this is 3 pi. And this last point, I need this value. That's C plus the whole period. So pi plus 4 pi, so this is 5 pi. Okay, so peak, valley, peak, so I need pi 6. Then 3 pi -2. And then 5 pi 6. Very good? Easy enough? Okay, so try number 4. Be cautious. It is reflected. So, and it's cosine. So instead of peak, valley, peak, you're going to get valley, peak, valley. Because it's upside down. So, and they even, I know you guys don't have this little, but they even showed you in the little picture.
just that